Hari Om, 15 minutes of sadhana that can change your life completely if you do it for 15 minutes every day. Do it for a span of good 6 months, and there will be a tremendous results on the state of your mind, mentally, emotionally, and physically also. There are important components in this, but before understanding what is a routine, let's understand the term sadhana. Now, sadhana literally means that which can take you inward. Inwards towards what? Inwards to your true nature, that is bliss and bliss alone. There are different types of sadhana: Devi sadhana, Shiv sadhana, Shakti sadhana, Asana, Pranayama. But for you today, we get you a very simple sadhana to control the mind so that you are aware and you don't land up into lower states of emotions, that is depression, anxiety, fear. Also, higher end sadhana are supposed to be done under the presence of a guru, which requires different bija mantras, which requires the mantra initiated by the guru and a very specific discipline and lifestyle. But in this case, when you're completely new, let's understand how to control the mind. For y'all, we are getting a very simple sadhana by taking some pranayam, some breath awareness, and how to sit. Remember, if your spine is not straight, you can't do anything. When the spine is straight, the prana moves up. So we learn how to sit. After that, we have three important components for your sadhana. The first one is how to chant Om. The second one is doing Anulom, Vilom, Pranayama. And the third one is just to sit without moving and being aware of your breath. These three components, when you get it together for 5 minutes each, that is your 15-minute sadhana. I would personally recommend wake up in the morning and get 15 minutes for yourself in the morning itself. Please have a fixed time. Please have your stomach empty and also be regular. There is no holiday in sadhana. If you want some results, you should be regular and you should be disciplined. Let's learn how to sit. Never sit on the floor. Always use a cushion to sit. Secondly, I've seen many people using a cushion but sitting like this crossed leg. It is wrong. Push the butt ahead so that both the knees are touching the floor, and automatically you will realize that the spine is elevated. So when the knees touches the floor, pull the spine up and always adopt the Gyan Mudra. This is the Gyan Mudra. Never do this or never do this. Always take it tip to tip. And when you take the Gyan Mudra, always the palm should be facing the ceiling or the sky. Do not sit like this. So, when you are aware and your position is very good, that means you use a cushion, both the knees are touching the floor, you adopt the Gyan Mudra, you will realize one thing, that your breathing is restricted. If your breathing is restricted and you're not able to breathe fully, that means your posture is good. You will realize there's a slight pressure towards the navel. Also, one more thing, please don't keep your neck up and down. Keep it relaxed and parallel to the ground. So when you take the final posture, both the knees are touching the floor. You're sitting on a cushion. Shoulders, you can never roll back your shoulders, but relax your shoulders properly. Pull your spine up and head, neck, spine on a straight line. Generally, very slightly close your eyes. There's no pressure. Relax all your facial muscles and just release the tongue. This is how we sit. Then, in advance, in the upcoming videos, we'll understand how to sit in Ardha Padmasana, how to sit in Purna Padmasana. But for beginners, keep your leg like this. If the legs are hurting, you can switch your leg again and again so that both the knees are touching the floor. This will help you to open the pelvic, and this is completely for beginners. Let's understand how to chant Om. When you read any book, Om is written as O and M, but in reality it is A-U-M. In Sanskrit, when A and U comes together, it becomes O. So either you write it O-M or A-U-M, it is the same. But when we chant Om, we chant it as A-U-M. For a beginner, it is very important to chant Om because it is that Nad Brahman, that cosmos, that nameless and formless. When it takes a form, the first form is Om. And chanting Om will lift your vibration and frequency to the highest frequency of consciousness. How do we chant it? This is very, very simple. Be aware I'm chanting. I'm going to chant AUM. And it is chanted in a ratio 1:1:2. Now, what is the meaning of 1:1:2? For example, if A is chanted for 3 seconds, that is 1. U is chanted for 3 seconds, again that is 1. So M will be chanted for 6. So if you're chanting 4:4:4:8, so the ratio is that 1:1:1. For a beginner, 3:3:6 is the best. And when you chant Om, your awareness should be AUM, moving from the lower chakras to the higher chakras. So with practice, when you'll actually start chanting Om, you will realize that AUM will move up towards the higher state, that is the crown. But as a beginner, please don't run behind how to chant it exactly. Please don't chant it fastly. Be aware and slowly you will get it. I'm going to chant it 3 times so you become aware. Just look at the lip and just be aware of the sound how Om is chanted. And always before chanting Om, take a deep inhalation. See, when I'm moving the hand like this, A, U, and M goes fine. So I'm going to chant it, listen to it very carefully. It will be 3 times and just be aware. This is one method of chanting Om. Secondly, you can also chant and I'm just chanting O and M. I'm going to chant it 2 times, listen to it. Look at the lip movement. Now, please understand, AUM or OM, I leave it up to you, but do this without any breaks for 5 minutes. Depending upon your lung capacity and depending upon how you're breathing, you start with OM and slowly you can move to AUM. We will have a detailed video on how an advanced sadhak does later, but at the moment, 5 minutes without break every day. What is Anulom Vilom? Anulom Vilom is a pranayam that will balance out your state of mind and always get you in center. In order to do Anulom Vilom, we have to first understand the Pranav Mudra. In fact, in the text, there is no name for this mudra, but we take this mudra that is known as the Pranav Mudra. I'm a righty, I'm using my right hand. My first 2 fingers are bent, my thumb is out, and my last 2 fingers are out. Let's understand the technique of doing Anulom Vilom. Take the mudra. Now, this is the actual technique that you should do. Cover the right nostril and first exhale. Then inhale from the left nostril, count 6. Exhale from the right nostril while counting 6. Inhale from the right nostril and exhale from the left nostril. This is 1 round of Anulom Vilom. Now, how do you have to sit while doing Anulom Vilom? See to it that the elbow is out so that there is free movement of air. Keep your hands very light and always exhale and then only inhale. For a beginner, always start with a count of 6. Don't worry about checking the time and all. Set the clock for 5 minutes on your cell phone or a clock and just keep on doing it. In case your hands are hurting, you can switch your hands, but no normal breathing in between. Inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left, non-stop for 5 minutes. If you break, then you will start your sadhana again for 5 minutes. Do it with awareness and enjoy it. Also, don't open your mouth, only engage your nose and count slowly. After doing 5 minutes of Om chanting and Anulom Vilom, the last part is Dharna. Dharna means one pointed awareness at a certain point. We can't do meditation for beginners, we have to start with Dharna. So, as we mentioned earlier, you learn how to sit. Your goal in Dharna should be two important things. One is pulling your spine up and sitting straight. So, for 5 minutes, you're not going to move. If you move, that means again you have to start your Dharna, and it will take time. One day you will get it. So, in the beginning, if you move a little, it is absolutely okay. But try to sit steady, pull the spine up, close your eyes, relax all your facial muscles. Now, Dharna, as I mentioned, is focusing at one point. You should focus at the tip of the nose. When I say focusing at the tip of the nose, please don't apply pressure on your eyes, on your eyebrows, or squint your eyes. Very simple. Just be aware of that cool and warm sensation at the tip of the nose while inhaling and exhaling. You don't have to do anything. So, when after doing Om chanting, your mind will come into awareness. After doing Anulom Vilom, you will come into Sattva, and then only Dharna will be easy. So, 1, 2, 3. We terminate at Dharna. You adopt the Gyan Mudra, pull your spine straight, relax all your facial muscles, and just be aware of that cool and warm sensation with every inhalation and exhalation. Do nothing. Let there be thoughts, let there be emotions, let there be pain in the body. You get back again and again at the tip of the nose. And just be aware of that cool and warm sensation. Don't push your breath. Let's just breathe in slowly and exhale slowly. With time, you will realize that all the external factors are fading away and you become one pointed, that is Dharna, comes towards your breath, and slowly you will move inward. Do it with awareness, all the three things together for good 6 months, and see the change within you. Hari Om Tat Sat.